Welcome in Kenny Caraway for the handoff. Kenny Caraway, the KC of D-Lo and KC. Kenny, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to figure out why Steve Ballmer decided to do this press conference inside or something. Like, you could have done it on the street
wearing a
outside. Guy's wearing a helmet and everything because it's a construction zone. I mean, just do it outside. Just do it at the headquarters. Why? This is going to live forever, Steve. This is going to live forever.
Is Steve Ballmer the weirdest rich guy? Like public rich guy? I'm sure there's some super weird. Is he the weirdest NBA owner? Let me put it that way.
There's some pretty weird NBA owners.
There are some pretty weird NBA owners. I just don't know that Steve Ballmer's ever watched Spaceballs, because that's what it looks like what's happening. Like,
I can't see what's happening.
I'm sorry. I got distracted.
He's wearing
that's fine. Yeah.
He's at a
white helmet
conference for the All-Star. For the All-Star, the announcement of them getting the All-Star game in 2026.
Right.
He's got the construction vest on
with
the construction helmet on because they decided to do the press conference in the construction space of the Intuit Dome instead of just going outside where you don't have to wear any of this stuff.
I would also say it's not a standard, like, hard hat.
Yeah, he's got straps underneath.
It looks like a bike helmet. That he's wearing. It looks like he's
like when you wear rock climbing.
It looks like he might go rappelling after this, but no, it's got no ear flaps at all.
And he's just talking to us, just talking like a CEO does. Like, this is just great. All right.
Oh yeah.
What an interesting guy.
From what I hear,
he is an interesting cat. So yeah,
I think he wants to win.
He definitely wants.
And
to win.
Honestly, that's I respect that more than anything with the team owner. Good weekend for the Niners?
An excellent weekend for the Niners.
How come?
An excellent weekend for the Niners. Now, you got to play the games, right? There goes Steve Ballmer at the press conference. For those watching on YouTube right now, the man is just doing his thing right now. Shout out Steve Ballmer. But look, you gotta play the games, right? You have to play the games. You have to execute. You have to do what you have to do. However, if we were all being like transparent and just said after week 18, write down the most favorable scenario you could think of for the Niners to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It would be eliminating the Eagles, eliminating the Cowboys, and eliminating the Rams.
Yeah.
It all happened in one weekend.
Man.
So yes, great weekend. Great weekend.
There's a freeway to the Super Bowl.
You guys know me. You know how I roll.
Yep.
Here's my quibble.
Quibble me this. Go ahead.
Green Bay looked really good against Dallas, and I'm fully aware that Dallas stinks, bro. Like Mike McCarthy needs to be jettisoned to Neptune, but I understand that. But Green Bay, especially defensively, I thought looked really, really good against Dallas.
Well, Dallas also doesn't have a run game.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
The Achilles heel, one of the Achilles heel for this this Green Bay defense is against the run. I think I saw somewhere they gave up 200 yards on the ground 4 times this year, and that feeds right into what Kyle Shanahan wants to do.
Yeah.
I got respect for the way Green Bay played. I got respect for Matt LaFleur. I think he's a heck of a coach. I think
Matt LaFleur is a very good coach.
I think we need to start giving him the respect that he deserves around the league. Jordan Love looked good. I've always liked Aaron Jones, but hey, if the Niners take care of it, if they don't turn the ball over, I'll put it to you like this: they're covering.
Really, the 10?
Absolutely. If they don't turn the ball over, they're covering rather easily.
Yeah, the Packers, just to your point here, KC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games of 140 rushing yards or more by the opponent.
Oh,
and the Cowboys didn't have the coach, they didn't have the quarterback, and they didn't have the running game to expose that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things wrong with the Cowboys.
Everything for me with the 49ers comes down to game script. If they get ahead, I don't know if there's a team that can beat them.
Yeah.
But if they fall behind, I don't know how confident I am that they're going to beat anybody.
The other thing about Saturday that seems like it might play into the hands of the 49ers and the way they play football is the weather conditions may be a little mucky.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're talking about who's going to do better in that type of game, I think the 49ers with their run game would be in everything favors the 49ers. Every single thing. The conditions, the short week, the talent, everything favors the 49ers They just got to go out there and execute.
They're gonna have the bye week, extra rest over the Packers, who, like you said, are playing on a quote unquote short week.
Mhm.
And then they're also, if they beat Green Bay and go to the NFC title game, they will have a rest advantage there because the team they'll play is going to be playing Sunday to Sunday instead of Saturday to Sunday. So there'll be an extra day there.
It's all right.
Not that I think that matters that much, but it's just, it goes to show to me, like, bro, I have never felt in a year like, man, you know what? The Niners are definitely the best team.
Mm.
And this year in the NFC, they certainly are. And I think them and Baltimore are in the same class.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be the one that, like, if they lose this one,
look, I'm telling you, I've been saying it for months. I'll be hurt.
Yeah.
I'd be hurt if they did not win the Super Bowl this year. I'll be hurt.
He's already put it on his Super Bowl jacket.
I'm telling you, man, I'd be hurt.
This
man.
is 17.
This one technically doesn't count just yet because those are usually like games, like championship game, Super Bowl. So they haven't gotten there yet. But if I want to take it a step further, I could say another plus for the 49ers is getting the Browns out of here because the whole thing was Schwartz and Kenny.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Getting them out of there, it's another opportunity. I mean, it was a great weekend for the 49ers.
I root so hard for DeMeco Ryans.
I think
love DeMeco.
The best case scenario
Ball
too,
gang for life.
if they can get the Chiefs to fall, then you're going in against teams that like maybe don't have. I would point out too, Kyle, since you're not watching, the next two people to take the podium at this Clippers All-Star weekend, they are not wearing helmets. The next two people have shunned the helmet look. They want to look presentable for national television. They are not wearing helmets. Good for them.
When you have
that's so funny.
$40 billion, who cares about being presentable?
I guess.
I barely care about being presentable, and I don't have $40. So I totally, if I was that rich, you couldn't tell me anything. You would not be able to tell me a thing.
I would tell you to stop rubbing my thighs when the Clippers score. I would tell you that.
He does some strange
You ain't
things.
seen Steve Ballmer? Yeah, he does that. Like the guys next to him, I don't even know if he knows these people. Like he gets hyped and starts rubbing their thigh. Bro, get your hands off my leg.
No, that's not okay. That's not okay. You would be able to tell me to stop doing that if I was touching your thigh.
Stop touching me. We don't touch other people's thighs.
That's you know what? That's one of that's the core tenet of this show.
We don't touch other people's privates.
And on that note, we're gonna hand it off to D'Lo and Casey. They're coming up next on ESPN 1320, Sacramento's Sports Leader.